everyone, and welcome back to Liz Sews. I just have a quick little video today going over two different hauls I have from Beware and Gravity by Grandy. So I just want to dive in and show you what I got. First up, I have this really pretty yellow lace. It's a stretch lace. This one was on sale. I want to say that it was from a Beware mystery box a few months back. I don't get the mystery boxes anymore, but I thought this lace was really pretty, so I wanted to go ahead and pick it up. I'm always shopping for yellow and green laces, so this one fits right in. It's just cheerful and happy, and I love the colors. So I think I got 2 yards of this one. And then I just stocked up on a couple little things. Here is some rust wide band elastic. I think this is really pretty. It's a relatively close match to the lace itself. It's a little bit off in color, but I don't think it's too bad. So my idea is that I'm going to use this on the bottom band of the bra to make something that's a little bit more sporty, a little bit more comfortable. And then I also picked up some rust fold over elastic to go with it. So this is probably going to be used on the underwear or maybe even the neckline. And it's a really good match. So both of these said they were rust on Beware's website, and so the colors of the two rusts are very close. So really happy with that. So excited to add some rust, more fall tones into my collection. So these are definitely going to get sewn up in the month of November. And then I also stocked up on some 3/4 of an inch light copper strapping elastic. I really like light copper. It's one of my favorite colors for skin tone because I think it's a really good match for my skin tone. It's not too light, it's not too dark. It's a little bit on the more yellow side, but I'm okay with that. And I talked to Angelica at Beware. So currently they're sort of like running out of their stock of light copper just because where they were getting it from sort of raised prices. So they're switching over to a factory dyed. So they're switching over to getting a lot of their elastics factory dyed, and light copper is one of the next colors that they're going to be doing. So if you're into light copper and you've been missing it from Beware, hopefully soon there should be a comparable, so like a Pantone comparable set of elastics coming to Beware in that same sort of light copper color. I also picked up some wires for my mom. So we got some extra long 48s. She's been on quite a bit of a journey trying to figure out what her wire size is, but we're pretty sure that it's the extra long 48. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a bra in the next couple of months using these once her pattern is in a good place. And then for myself, I got some mono wires or uni wires. I've seen a lot of people using these lately, and I'm really intrigued by them. I wanted to give them a try. And I also know that there's some pattern testing coming up in the next couple of months that are going to use mono wires. So I wanted to get these in so that I had them available. So I just bought them in the same size that I normally am in my wire, which is a 40. And they look a little bit narrow, but I have a feeling like if it springs open in the pattern, which most of my bra patterns spring open, so I'll try to look for that in the patterns that I'm making. But if you do get some wire spring in there, it feels pretty comfortable and sort of like wraps around the rib cage. I'm also noticing that it's not completely flat. It's kind of hard to see here, but when I set the wire on the table like this, the center or the bridge portion does stick up a little bit. Hopefully you can see how I'm like pushing it down and it pops up. And that's going to be much more comfortable for the contours of the body as it moves around your rib cage, right? Because normally when you have two wires, normally when you have two wires like this, the bridge is that sort of like flexion point that gives you a little bit of like bend around the body. But when you have one continuous wire like this, you don't have that ability. So it looks like it does have a little bit of that chest curve sort of built into the wire itself. And I am assuming that when you spring it open, that sort of exaggerates more. So really excited about mono wires. So one thing to keep in mind with the mono wires, because I had a little bit of brain fart. So normally when you buy wires, they come in a pair. So you get 2 of them is one order. For some reason I had forgotten that in my head, and I was thinking that I needed to get 4 of them to make 2 bras, but I I only needed 2 wires to make 2 bras just because obviously they have both cups built into the same wire themselves. So I have 4 wires now, and so I'll be able to make a couple of different monowire bras and maybe try out some different patterns as well as the one that I'm pattern testing. So that is that. And then I also got some of this fun new elastic that Beware just got in, and it's iron on like seamless elastic. So it just looks like tape right here, but the side that isn't paper has like sort of like a silicone-y feel to it, and so you iron it onto your fabric and then you peel the tape off and fold the fabric over and iron it again, and it gives you a really like seamless look, but with that sort of elastic band, which I thought was really, really cool and fun. So I'm excited to try some like seamless style underwear as well. Everyone knows that my go-to elastic for underwear is typically fold over elastic, but if this one really does give a nice seamless look, I might have to switch over. So excited to try that out. So that's everything that I got from Beware. So next up, I had an order that I placed with Erin over in Canada, and I just got a couple of things because the reason I placed this order was for this chartreuse kit, but I also went ahead and picked up some aquamarine bra tulle as well. I have most of her colors of bra tulle, and I never picked up aquamarine. I had picked up like peacock and pistachio, and I thought like this one was too close. Like this is like in between those 2 colors, but I decided that I really needed it because it's such a nice, bright, pretty color. I absolutely adore this color in the summertime, so I think I'm gonna make a bra with this in the summer. And then the other thing I picked up was this chartreuse kit, which was so gorgeous. I knew I needed to buy it immediately. So the bra tulle is not quite the same color as the lace, so they both come in the kit, the lace and the bra tulle for lining it. I think I'm going to do 2 separate bras. So I'm going to do a bra tulle bra, and I'm going to do a lace bra, so that way I get the most bang for my buck on this because it's absolutely one of my favorite colors, and so I'm really excited to get it sewn up. I believe this is a limited edition, so I don't think she has any more, or might already be sold out. The lace is really, really interesting in that it's a double layer lace. I've never seen something like this. So let's see. If you take a look at the lace here, the section from here down is a second layer. So there's actually 2 layers in here. Hopefully you can see me pulling it apart. 2 of those green layers that are sandwiched together. So it means that the lace has quite a bit of rigidity to it in both directions. There is a little bit more give vertically than there is horizontally. So I think what I'm going to do is just line it in a single layer of bra tulle to counteract that vertical stretch. But even the amount of vertical stretch it has is not that much. So this is quite interesting. I love this color together, and I think it's going to make a really cool like Halloween style bra. So those are the 2 things that I got from Erin. This kit, I think I purchased the black findings to go with it because obviously with the black lace or the black details on the lace, I thought that was going to be the best. Next up, I purchased just a couple of things from the TaylorMade Shop. She had a sale recently. I think it was like 15% off laces. So I just wanted a couple of things. The first is this really sweet daisy lace here, which I think is really, really pretty. It's interesting because the top edge isn't finished, the top or the bottom edge isn't finished. I've used a couple of laces like this recently, and actually the other one I purchased is also like that as well. So it doesn't have that nice, pretty scalloped edge. I'm thinking if you wanted to, you could go in here with some scissors and like cut around the top of the flowers if you wanted to like make your own scalloped edge. But what I'm going to do is just basically use it as is and then cover the top with fold over elastic. But this is a lace that's probably going to have to wait until next summer because right now I'm not in the mood to be making nice, fun, frilly daisy lace bras. And then the second lace I got from TaylorMade Shop was another really interesting one. I just hadn't seen anything like it, so I wanted to get it to try it out. It has this like very large centralized motif, and then there's like quite a bit of blank space before the motif repeats again. So I think this is probably too big for a cup. If I wanted to put this onto a cup, I'd probably do a vertical seam down through the middle of it. and try to get as much of it as I can onto the cut, but I don't think that that's like the best utilization of this lace. I'm probably going to wait until like February to sew this up, just because it seems like more of like a Valentine's lace to me, but I have to get some ideas in my head first. First idea I had was more of like a bodysuit style, so that you could like have this whole motif like around the stomach uninterrupted, but I don't really know. I have to think about it a little bit more. So I think I have 5 of the motifs. I have it repeating 5 times in my length that I purchased. So I should be able to get something out of there. Pretty exciting. But yeah, I just picked it up because I thought it was a unique lace that I hadn't really seen before the style, and I wanted to try it out. I've been pretty good on AliExpress lately. I haven't gotten too many things, but I did buy this one lace. This is basically like the white version or the cream version of a lace that I had purchased previously and used. So I bought a black version of this lace, and I'll pop up the bra that I made with it here. And I really loved it so much, so they went back in and bought the white version as well. So it's not actually white. I hopefully you can tell on the screen that it's like an off-white or cream. But it does have those same sort of like Art Deco lines in there, which I think are really cool. And I need to make sure that whatever I back it with is able to accentuate those lines instead of hide them. And then this one has sort of very soft, pale, lavender, sparkly bits of circles just at the top of those fans. But I really enjoyed the black version of this lace, so I'm happy that I got the white one. I think I got 2 yards of it, so hoping I can make a complete set. This one might come up a little bit sooner. I'm thinking maybe winter time or January. December, January might be a good time to break this lace out and make something out of it. And then I also got in a small order from Gravity by Grandy out in New Zealand as well. She got in a couple of new stretch laces, and so had to try those out. So the first one I think I got the last of it, so I don't know if there's any more available, but it's black with some rose gold accents in it, and I thought it looked really, really cool. I wanted to get 2 yards, but I don't think she had 2 yards left. I think that's why I say I have the last of it. I put 2 yards in my cart, and then it told me that there was only 1 yard left, so that's how much I got. But I think it's really, really pretty. I had seen this one on AliExpress, so if I make a bra that I really, really like with this, I might go back and buy more of this lace from AliExpress just so I can make a complete set, because I really like that combination of the rose gold with the black, and then it has sort of like graphic straight lines in the middle. So that is the first lace. And then the next one, try not to spoil anything. The next one is this really pretty yellow, which of course I had to get yellow lace. I actually think that this yellow lace would look really cool paired with this other lace from Beware. I might do something where I use both of these in the same bra. A lot of times when I make lace bras, I just all one fabric, but I'm trying to branch out and do a little bit more with my sewing. So I think I would like to try like mixing and matching and combining like solids and patterns and stuff like that. So I think I want to try to use both of these together. And then the last sort of stretch lace that I got was this really, really pretty one. It has sort of like a wine center. It looks very similar to like the black cherry colorway from Bra Maker Supply. And then it has some lighter pink floral edges as well as a nice pop of green. So I just thought this one was really, really pretty. It's quite narrow. Let's see. What are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so like 6 inches wide. So I don't know if I could use this for underwear, but I can definitely use it for a bra. And I think I got 2 yards of this. I think if I want to use it for underwear, I'm going to have to think about strategic panels versus like doing all lace underwear, just because at 6 inches deep, it's not really wide enough for me, for my body. But I thought this was a really, really pretty lace, and it's quite robust stretch to it. Like it feels like it's quite sturdy. So that's nice as well. And then in addition to those new stretch laces, I picked up a couple of other things. I just got some power net, like the 1 bra's worth of power net in this sage green color, just because I have the sage green elastics from Gravity by Grandy, or the sage green straps by Gravity by Grandy. And so this is a color that I don't have in my collection of backband materials. I'm sure I could dye something like with pistachio, but I just thought it'd be nice to pick it up, and then it was one less thing that I needed to dye. But that is quite pretty. And then I also picked up like a fat quarter, I believe, of some stretch satin that she had. She had a bra made with this stretch satin and this lace that looked really, really pretty together. So that's what I kind of had in my mind. Seeing it in person, I probably won't use them together just because I feel like this rose gold is a little bit more orangey leaning than the stretch satin is, but I'm definitely going to use the stretch satin for sure. It's one of my favorite materials to work with. So this one is quite got a decent weight to it. It's a little bit on the thicker side, which is nice, and it has 4-way stretch. So most of the stretch satin I've worked with in the past only had 2-way stretch. So certainly this way has a lot more stretch than the other direction. The other direction is just like barely got some stretch, but it's got a little bit more give that I'm used to in my stretch satins, which will be nice. So I don't have any exact plans for this, but you know, I picked up some embroidered fabric in my last haul. Let me go get it and bring it back and show what it looks like next to this. So I had shown this in my last haul, but I think that this looks really gorgeous with that satin. I think I'm going to have to pair these two together. It's almost a perfect match for that embroidery in the center of the flower. And I think this I also do well with that sort of like stage colorway of backband material and strapping and stuff like that. So the bra is starting to take shape. I think this will look very similar to some of the bras that Hannah of Evie LaLouve has been doing a couple weeks back on the Let the Dice design. I'll try to pop up a picture over here of what I'm talking about. So that's sort of like the vibe that I'm going for, but I quite like the combination of this satin with the embroidery and the green. I think, yes, I definitely am excited about that now. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at these 2 little mini hauls from Gravity by Grandy and Beware, and I will see everyone in the next video. Take care.